This is DD India and you're watching Express News, a program where we bring for you top 100 news of the day. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's begin. President Draupadi Murmu conveyed New Year's greetings to the nation, emphasizing renewed energy, self-reflection and commitment to the nation's progress, harmony and environment in 2026. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan called on President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan and exchanged New Year greetings on Thursday. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan also extended warm New Year greetings on social media platform X, wishing peace, health, happiness, prosperity and stronger resolve for a developed India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended New Year greetings on X as well, wishing everyone good health, prosperity, success, fulfillment, peace and happiness in 2026. President Draupadi Murmu addressing SOAR, Skilling for AI Readiness Program at Rashtrapati Bhavan on Thursday, emphasized AI's growing importance and urged all to learn it for national progress. President Draupadi Murmu conferred AI certificates to learners, including MPs, launched Scale the Nation Challenge campaign at Rashtrapati Bhavan, praising parliamentarians for embracing emerging technologies. Meanwhile, Minister Dharmendra Pradhan stated that artificial intelligence is inevitable today. The Education and Skill Development Ministries jointly launched comprehensive awareness campaign on AI's benefits. India and Pakistan on Thursday exchanged lists of nuclear installations through diplomatic channels simultaneously in New Delhi and Islamabad. The exchange was carried out under the Agreement on Prohibition of Attack against Nuclear Installations and Facilities between India and Pakistan. The exchange between India and Pakistan marks the 34th consecutive year under the 1988 Non-Attack Agreement, effective since 1991. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh visited the Bangladesh High Commission in Delhi on Thursday, conveying condolences and signing a book over former Prime Minister Khaleda Zia's passing amid India's outreach made to Dhaka. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chaired a review meeting at the DRDO Bhavan on Thursday on the 67th Foundation Day, interacting with scientists, facilitating hypersonic missile team and pushing for reforms and private sector ties. Air Marshal Nagesh Kapoor has assumed office as Vice Chief of the Air Staff on Thursday, succeeding Air Marshal A.P. Singh. Indian Railways is all set to introduce the Vande Bharat sleeper train for long journeys. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to flag it off later this month. Addressing the conference, Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav said that the Vande Bharat sleeper train is built on a completely new platform and technology. He also thanked the team's hard work as it was ready ahead of schedule at the start of 2026. India assumed Kimberley process chairmanship on Thursday, January 1st for the third time, succeeding Botswana to lead efforts preventing trade in conflict diamonds through government, industry, civil society collaboration. Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal highlighted global trust in Prime Minister Modi's government as India assumes chairmanship, prioritizing governance and strengthening Kimberley process against conflict diamonds. Government of India has notified February 1st as the date from which additional excise duty will be levied on tobacco products and a new cess on pan masala. The new levies on tobacco and pan masala will be over and above the GST rate and will replace the compensation cess which is currently being levied on such sin goods. From February 1st, pan masala, cigarettes, tobacco and similar products will attract a GST rate of 40%, while bidis will attract 80% goods and services tax. In business, the Indian benchmark indices closed marginally higher on the first day of 2026. The Sensex at the BSE closed down at 85,188. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange was marginally up 16.9 points to close at 26,146. At the Forex market, the Indian rupee ended lower at 89 rupees 96 paise against the US dollar on Thursday. Onto the global energy market. Brent crude holds around $61 per barrel, while US crude nears $57 amid holiday thin trading and supply gut concerns, steepest annual drop since 2020. Gold spot price was held around $4,330 per ounce on January 1st amid holiday thin trading following 2025's record rally. Markets closed outlook bullish for further gains. Silver spot price held steady around $71 per ounce on Thursday amid holiday thin trading after 2025's record-breaking rally exceeding 150% gain. Bitcoin on the first day of the new year is trading around $87,700, down 0.9% in 24 hours. Ethereum is near $2,975, slightly up, while overall market cap is at $2.96 trillion amid consolidation and fear sentiment. Most major Asian stock exchanges, including Japan, Hong Kong and China, remain closed for New Year holiday on Thursday. Major European stock exchanges, including FTSE, DAX, CAC 40 and stocks also remain closed for New Year's holiday, while trading resumes on January 2nd amid optimistic 2026 outlook. Bulgaria has officially adopted the euro on January 1st, 2026, replacing the lev at the fixed rate of 1.95583 BGN per euro, joining as the 21st member of the ECB, and as per the ECB and EU Council decisions, the dual circulation will continue until end of January. US President Donald Trump said on Wednesday that he was withdrawing National Guard troops from Chicago, Los Angeles and Portland. This follows a series of legal setbacks over his military deployments in US cities. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Wednesday that his country was 10% away from a deal to end the war with Russia, but cautioned that the most important issues were unresolved and warned against rewarding Moscow. Russian-installed Kherson Governor Vladimir Saldo reported that Ukrainian drones struck a cafe hotel in Kolry, killing 24 civilians, including a child, and injuring over 50 people. Meanwhile, Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin reported air defenses downed 5 Ukrainian drones targeting the capital on New Year's Eve. No casualties or damage have been reported so far, while temporary airport restrictions have been imposed. Israel's military chief said on Wednesday that Israel is determined to disarm Hamas, describing 2026 as a decisive year for Israel's security. Israel's Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir visited troops in Gaza on Wednesday, just days after Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu raised the issue of Hamas's disarmament in talks with US President Donald Trump. Chinese President Xi Jinping has said that the reunification of their motherland, a trend of the times, is unstoppable, in a reference to reunification of China and Taiwan. Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te vowed on Thursday to defend the democratic island sovereignty in a New Year's speech after China carried out military drills. Sohran Mamdani was sworn in as New York City's 112th mayor in a private midnight ceremony at the Old City Hall subway station. He became the first South Asian and Muslim to lead the largest city in the United States. Mamdani took oath on a Quran from the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture. The ceremonial inauguration will be held later at City Hall, closed to the public since 1945. Australia will provide duty-free access to all Indian exports starting on Thursday under the Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement between the two countries. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal said that the agreement is benefiting Indian exporters, MSMEs, farmers and workers. He added that India's exports to Australia increased 8% in 2024-25. The US military said 8 people were killed in multiple strikes on alleged drug boats, raising the death toll in its campaign against narcotics traffickers to at least 115. US Southern Command announced 2 sets of strikes carried out on Tuesday and Wednesday. The military said it notified the Coast Guard to activate the search and rescue system. Steeper US tariffs on imported furniture came into effect on Thursday. Duties on certain upholstered furniture rose to 30%, while tariffs on kitchen cabinets and vanities doubled to 50%, impacting key suppliers like Vietnam and China. Soaring global demand for AI chips pushed South Korea's exports to over $700 billion in 2025, with semiconductor shipments reaching a record $173 billion. Car, agriculture and cosmetics exports also hit all-time highs. A suicide bomber killed 1 member of Syria's security forces and wounded 2 others while being apprehended at a checkpoint in Aleppo's Bab al-Faraj neighborhood, the Interior Ministry said. Aleppo officials said that the bomber likely had ties to the Islamic State. Security forces were securing New Year celebrations when he detonated his explosive belt after being subdued during the arrest. We're heading into a short break here on Express News. We'll be back in just a bit. Stay tuned to DD India.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Express News on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Let's resume. Dense fog reduced visibility in North India, disrupting movement on Thursday. IMD forecasts cloudy Delhi NCR with light rain and morning fog. The IMD said cold conditions will continue in sub-Himalayan districts of West Bengal over the next week. Dense to moderate fog is likely across the state with chances of light rain or snowfall in higher reaches of Darjeeling. A weak western disturbance is affecting Jammu and Kashmir, bringing light rain and snowfall to parts of North Kashmir, the IMD said. Dense fog and cold conditions disrupted life across Rajasthan, with visibility dropping to 300 meters in Jaipur. The IMD has warned of dense to very dense fog over the next 48 hours and a further fall in temperatures by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Light drizzle in Navi Mumbai brought a sudden change in weather, intensifying the chill across the region and catching residents by surprise. Heavy fog enveloped NH16 on the Cuttack-Bhubaneswar-Chennai highway, reducing visibility and affecting traffic movement along the busy stretch. Fresh snowfall covered Rohtang Pass and areas around the Atal Tunnel on New Year's Day, delighting tourists in Manali. Visitors enjoyed the snow-clad views, clicked photos and called it a perfect start to 2026. A winter storm covered parts of northern Syria with snow on New Year's Eve. While some residents danced and celebrated in the snowfall, others worked to clear the roads as the storm disrupted daily life on the last day of 2025. One person was killed in an avalanche in Turkey's Artvin after snow slid onto the Akshu highlands. Search and rescue teams reached the area amid harsh weather, rescued nearly 1,000 livestock and continued operations. Heavy snowfall in eastern Turkey brought cheer as children enjoyed sledging and snowball fights. Streets turned into play areas with children using their sleds, plastic bags and trays, while some adults joined in the winter fun. As the world welcomed the New Year with celebrations and cheer, Dubai stood out with its spectacular festivities. From iconic fireworks displays to vibrant cultural events, the city marked the arrival of 2026 in grand style. Auckland welcomed New Year 2026 with a downtown fireworks display launched from New Zealand's tallest structure, the Sky Tower. Sydney's New Year's Eve fireworks took centre stage as one of the world's most anticipated year-end spectacles, lighting up the Harbour Bridge, the Opera House and the city's skyline to welcome the New Year. Malaysia welcomed the New Year 2026 with grandeur as thousands gathered around KLCC Park to witness the spectacular fireworks display from the iconic Petronas Twin Towers. In South Korea, tens of thousands gathered at the Boseongak Pavilion in central Seoul for the New Year's countdown ceremony. At midnight, the bronze bell struck 33 times as a tradition rooted in Buddhist cosmology, symbolizing the 33 heavens. China entered 2026 with celebrations lighting up cities across the country. In Beijing, crowds gathered in front of one of the city's large temples, where drums sound off and lights beam brightly above the revelers. Thousands of people gathered outside the iconic Taipei 101 Tower as Taiwan welcomed the start of 2026. Taiwan's tallest skyscraper lit up the night sky with a spectacular 6-minute fireworks display and a light show. The Thai capital Bangkok put on a magnificent light show in the moments before midnight, with drones used to create a variety of different multicolored images. Mexico City welcomed 2026 with a massive electronic music concert. Thousands gathered to ring in the new year. The high-energy celebration featured electrifying performances. Olive harvesting continues into January in Ayr Lake, a key olive-producing district of Balikesir, with winter harvest activities also attracting tourists through olive picking and oil pressing experiences. Sri Lanka rang in 2026 with music and festivities across the country as Colombo and other cities hosted New Year's Eve events ranging from public parties to family gatherings. Archaeologists have unveiled major new discoveries at Vietnam's Thang Long Imperial Citadel, including a hand-carved inscription on a single brick buried for over 600 years. The 2025 excavation, covering 580 square meters, also revealed the largest pillar foundation ever found in Vietnamese architectural history, featuring 81 compacted layers reaching 4 meters deep. Devotees thronged the Moti Dungri Ganesh temple in Jaipur on the first day of 2026, offering prayers and 56 varieties of laddus, a sweet to Lord Ganesha, to mark the new year. Devotees across India flocked to temples to seek blessings of the supreme power and were seen offering prayers on the first day of 2026. And in some entertainment news now, American actor and musician Jared Leto starrer Tron Ares, which released in theatres on the 10th of October last year, is set to stream on the OTT platform from January 7th. Netflix briefly crashed after the premiere of the Stranger Things finale on December 31st. As millions tuned in at midnight, viewers reported error messages while trying to stream the final episode. George Clooney has teased plans to revive the iconic heist film Ocean's 11, originally released in 2001. The actor hinted at a possible return with the original star cast, including Brad Pitt, Matt Damon and Julia Roberts, sparking excitement among fans. Mayor Gottlieb, Holocaust survivor and longtime head of Samuel Goldwyn Films, passed away at the age of 86. He produced films like Master and Commander and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, leaving a lasting mark in Hollywood. The first look of Spirit has been unveiled, starring Prabhas in a pan-world film directed by Sandeep Reddy Vanga and produced by Bhushan Kumar, with Tripti Dimri as the female lead. Ranveer Singh's Dhurandhar has crossed 750 crore rupee mark at the box office, maintaining strong weekday collections in its fourth week and heading steadily towards the 800 crore milestone. Agastya Nanda starrer 21, directed by Sriram Raghavan, sold around 35,000 tickets in PVR Inox and Cinepolis ahead of its release on New Year 2026. The biographical drama is targeting a 5 crore rupee opening at the box office. Farhan Akhtar starrer historical war drama 120 Bahadur, which released in theatres on November 21st, is set for its digital premiere. The film will begin streaming on the OTT platform from 16th of January. As per New Year Roundup report, over 90 countries participated in Waves 2025. Prime Minister Modi called Waves a global platform for culture and creativity, promoting the vision of Create in India, Create for the World. After the success of Rana Bhati, director Pratim D. Gupta and producer Pradeep Kumar Nande are teaming up again for a new Bengali film titled Boiragi. The film is slated for release in the second half of this year. And next we have sports news. Cricket Australia has announced a provisional 15-member squad for the ICC T20 World Cup in 2026. Australia named fast bowlers Pat Cummins and Josh Hazlewood in the squad, who are currently recovering from injuries. Australia, led by Mitchell Marsh, will kick off their World Cup campaign against Ireland on February 11, 2026. Australia also announced the 15-member squad, the fifth and final Ashes test, starting on January 4th. In the absence of regular captain Pat Cummins, veteran Steve Smith will continue to lead the side. Delhi Capitals have kicked off their pre-season training camp in Goa ahead of the Women's Premier League 2026. Rashid Khan will lead Afghanistan at the T20 World Cup next year as they name their 15-member squad for the tournament in India and Sri Lanka. Captain Ankit Kumar led from the front with an unbeaten 144 as Haryana beat Services by 7 wickets in the Vijay Hazare Trophy Elite Group D match. Brazilian football great Roberto Carlos has said that he is recovering well after undergoing a heart procedure. Former Real Madrid was hospitalized after suffering a heart attack. 11-year-old Atika Mir capped a stellar 2025 by becoming India's most successful international karter in her category. British boxer Anthony Joshua has been released from hospital after completing his recovery. The Olympic gold medalist was involved in a fatal road crash on Monday. Real Madrid forward Kylian Mbappe has been sidelined due to an injury in the left knee. Currently, no timeline has been provided for his recovery. Defending champions Ivory Coast came from 2 goals down to beat winless Gabon 3-2 in the Group F at the Africa Cup of Nations. In the Premier League, Liverpool is set to be in action as they face Leeds United on Thursday. Crystal Palace is set to face Fulham in London on Thursday. Jiang Lin made history as the first woman to skipper the overall winner of the Sydney to Hobart yacht race. So that's it in this edition of Express News. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.